Thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Let your friends know to subscribe if they haven't. Hit that like button, hit that notification. Hog Dog News. Let's go.
Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah. If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me?
Alright, first thing I want to say, shout out to home of the Nanny Dogs and WorkingLine K9. That was a pretty good debate. I listened to some of that stuff y'all boys was talking about. That was a pretty good debate y'all had, you know. And both of y'all boys I felt was right on certain situations. And, you know, others maybe it was just y'all opinion, basically back and forth. You know, it was pretty cool or whatever. And, you know, both of y'all was right on certain things and both of y'all was wrong on certain things. And that's just my opinion. So you could have been right on everything and could have been wrong on everything. But that was just my opinion. I like what y'all did or whatever. And one thing Worker K9 was right about, Mr. Gerald. Worker K9 was right about the ADBA shows. They ain't like the other shows with like far as the AKC and all that stuff and the Westminster and all that. The ADBA focuses more on the pit bull having the original pit bull traits. You know what I'm saying? They focus on the dog having the original pit bull traits after all the breeding through these years. Is your dog still acting like a pit bull? And there's even a category for the dog showing aggression. The dog must show aggression towards other dogs in order to score high in this category. If the dog is put in front of another dog and he just sits there like a wimp, then you know he's not gonna score high. So it's kind of a different show when you take your dog to them shows compared to like the AKC shows where I would take Merino. Now if I take Merino, my Belgian Malinois, to an AKC show, that's gonna be like the Westminster. We walk around in the ring, you know, and the judge touching him by his head and, you know, stacking him and all that. But the ADB is a little more different. It's more focused on the physique and the actual temperament of the original pit bulls and what the pit bull is supposed to be doing as breeds, you know. But Working K9, you wasn't wrong. Like I said, neither one of y'all guys was wrong because everybody got their own opinion, and this is just my opinion. Alright, when you want to train a game dog, and this is to anybody because a lot of people gonna tell you, you know, there's certain ways to do it and this and that. But this is what I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? And I train dogs and you train dogs and there's a lot more other dog trainers out there. Alright, this is the deal. With a game dog, if you want to get a game dog trained without the selective breeding, just get you a game dog puppy. This is what you're going to have to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to start from a very young puppy. As soon as that puppy get old enough to leave the mother, you get that puppy and put them in training from that point on. Okay? First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna have that puppy with you at all times. Alright? That puppy, except when you know when you gotta go to work and you gotta leave and go chill with your lady and different little things or whatever, the puppy may be stay in the cage. But when you like dealing with the dogs or doing whatever you gotta do, the puppy gonna have to be with you. Next thing you're gonna have to do, no matter what bloodline it is, any pit bull will do this. You're gonna have to pick at them. When you're real young, when you first get them, growl, make them, you know, people are famous for grabbing them around their muzzle and making them growl and grabbing them around their ears, making them growl. You're going to have to do that because that's going to be the way that the people are going to be able to pick at them as they get older. So you go ahead and start picking at them, making them mad, picking at them. You playing with them, you keeping them with you the whole time. This is a 2-month-old pit bull I'm talking about now. Alright? You're keeping them with you the whole time. You're taking them out, getting them exercise. You don't let nobody pet that dog or play with that dog at that time. Now we talking about training a protection dog that hasn't been you know, the way we didn't breed them for protection. We just picked some random game dog, and because this can be done with any game dog. I'm tired of people saying game dogs won't do this and won't do that. You know, we can take any game dog, 2 months, have that dog with you all the time. You got people picking at them. If they want to touch them, they picking at them. They picking at them. You still use the same program that you would use with your Shepherds WorkingLine, and use that with that game dog. I'm talking about, you can't leave the dog on the chain and only bring them off two times, 3 times a week. I'm not talking about like you know doing the dog wrong, but you know, you got to understand that you got a pit bull, right? We all know we got a pit bull, and they're not bred to be human aggressive. So what you got to do is keep that dog with you. He's going to build a bond up to protect you naturally. That's going to be something he's going to do naturally just by you having him with you from the day he was born to the time he gets to be an older dog. All right, you got that dog with you. Now, you're going to have to train that dog. You're going to have to start training that dog discipline. You got to put discipline in that pit bull terrier, because if not, he's going to be undisciplined and he's going to do the things you don't want him to do. Now, I haven't even got to the bite work or none of that yet. You got to put discipline in the dog. And when it comes to a pit bull terrier, I'm going to tell you this right now. All right, if you tell that dog to sit and stay, okay, his sit and stay, once you tell him to sit and stay and he sees something he won't, okay, the drive that's in him is no stronger, if not weaker, than the drive that's in that Belgian Malinois when you tell him to sit and stay and he want to go get something. He sees something like a cat or something walk by and he want to go get it. That drive for that Malinois to get up out of that sit and stay is more stronger than that pit bull drive to go get whatever he want to go get. I don't care what it is to go by. That drive for that Malinois to go get whatever he want is way higher than that pit bull drive. So if that Malinois can sit there and stay, that pit bull can sit there and stay. All in all, like I said, you must stay on the game dog if you want him to be a good protection dog from ground up to the time he grown. If you do it from the ground up to the time he grown, that dog will be a great protection dog and trained fully, biting people, attacking people, doing all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He will do it because he will develop a natural bond with you as the owner. And you can't, like I said, you can't leave the dog on the chain, because he's gonna go into his pit bullish ways, and then you're gonna be like, oh, you can't train a pit bull, you can't train a pit bull. Which one of these dog trainers actually sat down and tried that say you couldn't train a game dog, actually sat down, gave all their time to train, you know, all they work, you know, outside time, you know, you gotta work and do all other kind of stuff. Put their time down to train a game dog before you say you couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I agree that you need to breed, selective breeding and all that type of stuff if you plan on doing it in the future to make things easier for you. But if you really want to do it, you can get any pit bull, no matter what the bloodline is, and turn that dog into a great dog. You know what I'm saying? He might not be a great hog hunter, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, like the old saying goes, all dogs got teeth. When he bite, all dogs got teeth. Yeah, he got teeth, and if you show that dog the right love, and you training him the right ways as a young puppy, not from a 7-month-old puppy, not from a 6-month-old puppy or a 9-month-old puppy you trying to do the training. No, you got to start from 2 months old. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's going to have to be selective breeding to make sure you get that aggression in the dog. In case you don't got that aggression, you're going to have to grab that aggression from y'all bond. The bond that y'all create together is where he going to get that aggression from, because he ain't going to let nobody hurt you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, you get your little friends or your partners or whoever to picking at them, grabbing them around the ears, grabbing them around the muzzle, sicking them on them. Nobody pets the dog. Once you do that, you put them back up in the cage or wherever he's going to be at. Put them up for a few or whatever. Don't let nobody pet him, because once you start doing that, you know, then you bringing out the pit bull traits in the dog. You want him to have the guard dog traits in him. You know what I'm saying? Once you start letting the pit bull traits come out, that's when you get the dog that don't want to listen to you, the dog that want to chase after another dog, and the dog that want to be friendly to people. And that's what you're trying to keep out. You want him to be a dog that's going to protect his own, no matter what go down. You know, a cur pit bull will take a man down. You know what I'm saying? See, you can have a dog that's a cur when it comes to hog hunting, But when it comes to being a loyal pet and a companion, you'll never see them signs. And a dog who's gonna protect his owner, you'll never see them signs. You know, so it's two different, two different lanes. And how you treat your dog is all about in that protection world. Cause you pretty much have any breed, you know what I'm saying? And if you show that dog so much love that he make that bond with you, he ain't gonna let nobody hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And the bigger the dog is, the better it is in that particular situation. You can have a Saint Bernard. You know what I'm saying? If you treat that dog right up until the point where he get big enough to hurt people or bite people, no matter if that dog bred to bite or do what, he not gonna let nobody come up to you and do any kind of dealings with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that bond that y'all created. And before I get up out of here, I'm gonna tell you about a time I got screwed with Sambo. You know what I'm saying? Taking him out hog hunting. I got screwed and I didn't find out till later on down the line. But how I got screwed was I went hog hunting, right? The middleman who was judging the whole contest, I later found out the middleman, which was the judge, had conditioned the dog who was competing against me in the hog hunting contest. You know what I'm saying? And that's a conflict of interest. There's no way, you know what I'm saying, a person who worked that dog can also judge that dog in the same hog hunt. The same hog hunt that he worked that dog for. So, you know, I got screwed over in that, you know. So always make sure you know who you're dealing with, what you're doing, and what kind of situation you're getting yourself involved in. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be something that will, or was, or is, you know what I'm saying, set up to this for you to lose regardless. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation is. Like I said, some situations are set up for you if you're not careful. Some situations are set up for you to, only way you can win the situation is if you finish the shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't finish it, the situation is already set up for you to lose, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So be careful how you moving, and like I said, where you putting yourself as far as, you know, the dog man you're dealing with. And I ain't talking about like getting in no trouble or nothing. I'm talking about like people not being fair. You know what I'm saying? Be careful on that, cause you know it's easy to find a dog man, but it's hard to find an honest one. Everybody got a little, you know what I'm saying, crookedness to them when it comes to certain things with the dogs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But honest parts I'm talking about is when it comes to hog hunting. You know what I'm saying? The breeding and all that, hey, is any man's world. But when it comes to that hunting and all that type of stuff, you gotta, you know, be on an honest tip. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, then that's where your credibility comes into play, and that's where your you know what I'm saying, your name comes into play. As far as your kennel name or what you represent comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Because an honest dog man name goes a long, long way. You know what I'm saying? Long way. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that like button. Let your friends know. Let everybody know. Pelican Bay K9's Hog Dog News. I'm going to give it to you raw and unbiased. Fair and unbiased. Every single time. I'm out.